You are fucking adorable. Hi, my name is JT. Works. It's really simple. I think people need to realize it's not what you say, it's how you say it. One of the most glaring things that occurred to me that that race is a factor is when I went like backpacking through Europe. Went 45 nights and days of just going out, and I went with a bunch of my white buddies. We're like very good looking, like worked out, they're very muscular, and they're like literally like kind of male model-ish types. And I basically hooked up on my first night, and I kept on going. And for them, their success was the same as it was in America. It wasn't really any kind of difference. My success, once I got over to Europe, it like went 10 times. It was like so ridiculously easy. So when I came back to America, I no longer had that kind of like, oh, just because I'm Asian. I understood that race is a factor, but when you hit that kind of success, you're like, doesn't matter anymore.
Well, what were some of your biggest mistakes in picking up women before you discovered seduction arts?
I tried everything that everyone is supposed to do. I got set up on blind dates. My mom tried to set me up on this surprise date. That one ended up horribly. I tried to do like a happy hour, tried to do social mixers, tried to do like intramural sports, like play, team sports with like volleyball and stuff like that. Tried internet dating. Tried eHarmony, and they would not accept me. I was rejected for being too analytical and too cerebral. So after that, I'm like, okay, screw this. All right, there's obviously something missing, something wrong here. And as an engineer, I did aerospace. I was literally like, quote unquote rocket scientist. I was like, okay, there's nothing inherently flawed or tragic or like wrong with me, whether the way I look or anything, or the way I talk. All right, so there's this problem. I need to identify it. I need to find the solution, and that's what I did. I didn't have any kind of like stigma associated with trying to learn or trying to better myself. I was like, there's a problem. Let me research the problem and let me apply the solution until I find the one that works.
What was the biggest hurdle you think that you had to overcome before becoming a successful pickup artist?
Biggest hurdle. First, there was always that mental belief, the limiting beliefs. I find that this is a similar problem of other Asian men. Like, okay, because I'm Asian, she's not gonna like me, or because I'm short, she's not gonna like me. And so that was always a factor. And it takes a while to deconstruct those limiting kind of poisonous beliefs, to like just excise it out of you. Other things like technical wise was being more dominant and being more direct and taking charge. I think a lot of guys still fall into the frame like, okay, I just want to be her friend, or I just want to talk a lot. I mean, just a really quick clue, really quick tip. Girls have other girls to talk to. They can talk to their ears bleed. All right? Like, all right? Women are looking for men that take action, that lead, that take charge. And learning that really was able to propel me. So in the beginning, there's like two main schools of thought in the community, seduction pickup community. There's indirect way, and then there's direct way. All right? The indirect way teaches you how to approach women, get rid of your anxiety, your fear, to be able to converse, to joke around, to talk to a lot of people. Direct is more about, again, being more dominant, being more sexual, just going up to her girl and saying, you are beautiful.
When you're picking up women, would you say that you're ever, faking it or putting on an act?
In the beginning, that might have been true. Again, this is part of trying to put your best foot forward. And I know the saying is like, be yourself, but in reality, when you are yourself and you're talking to a girl, you get nervous, and that's not really yourself. Yourself is not nervous. I mean, if you're talking to one of your buddies or a friend, you're not nervous talking to a friend. So here you are, you're talking to this pretty girl and you get nervous. That's not being yourself. Here it's like training yourself to basically try to control the nervous emotions and anxiety.